I have in front of me here a SAB Titan Micro SE. It's a second edition, improved version of the previous very popular SAB Micro set-top boxes. So this is a very discreet box, but it shows a very high resolution picture. So what I'm going to do here is, the format of the video is going to be, I'm going to give a quick overview of exactly what comes in the outer box. We'll give an overview of the unit itself, and also then we'll give a demonstration of the unit in action and its picture quality we can expect on it. The first thing I'm going to do is just quickly demonstrate this. The reason it's called the Micro is it's an extremely compact unit, and it can be mounted in a very discreet manner out of the way, hidden entirely, and we can be just operating it via an IR sensor. So it comes in this outer box here, so it's very neat that way. We have a user manual which is in English. We have a power unit here, it's 12 volts, 2 amps. And we have a series of screws and plugs here. That's just allowed the unit actually to be mounted, hung on a wall, something like that. We could put this in and just hang the whole unit very discreetly. We have some pads here as well, which is just used for padding on the back of the unit for mounting. What we have here is a set of AAA batteries, which is suitable for this remote control here. The remote itself is very easy to use in terms of the design, and there's a great range and angle as well. So we've tested this, it works really well. In terms of, we have a cable here that is a 3.5 on one end and an RS-232 in the other. You could use that for updating software, for doing recovery, things like that. So it's not normally used unless people run into problems. We have an IR sensor here, which I'll demonstrate in a while, but that's simply to allow you to operate a remote control with the box. You need this in place. There's no IR sensor on the box directly. This simply plugs into the 3.0mm port. And finally, what we have here is an output which is converted to RCA, which you could use, we'll say, in conjunction with a SCART. With older TVs, normally what people will be using is just our actual HDMI lead with the box. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm just going to come around to the front of the unit and we'll just give a quick demonstration of the different features on it, okay? So, just lean down here. So we can see first of all here, we have the power input here. What we have is a USB port here and an AV output, which we could use, we'll say, here, and to convert this to an RCA output. And we can see that we could have an adapter that would turn that over to a SCART, which would use with a standard definition older TVs. Obviously, if we had a HDMI input available to us, we'd use that because we'd be getting the full HD picture on it. If you rotate the unit around further, we'll see we have another USB port here. So we could be using one possibly for a dongle, another for adding on a hard drive for either using the PVR recording facilities on it, or the media player that comes with the box as well, or possibly for just upgrading firmware or something like that. If we look at the back of the box here as well, what we'll see is we have the satellite input here, the HDMI output, we have an Ethernet port here as well, and what we could do here is we have an RS-232 port there via 3.5mm input. And if we just look on the bottom of the box here, we'll see we have a card reader, a Conex card reader there. So it's a really complete unit and very neat. In terms of the picture quality, what we see here is it's apparent directly on the unit here. And one thing I'm going to quickly demonstrate here is it has a beautiful way of presenting the channels. So if we come along here, we'll actually see that there's 30 channels that go, and we can just move very quickly through them. It just makes it really easy to use it. We offer, we'll say, the option of having the boxes pre-programmed, so we can just pre-program up with all the Astra 2 satellite channels, like the BBCs, the ITVs, etc., and that's all available directly on it. Now, it's part of a wider range of SAB products that we stock. SAB, we find, is a fantastic company to deal with. They have a real cutting-edge product, fantastic reliability. They're based in Holland for their set-top box division, and it really has proved to be a massively successful product range for us. So this is just yet another one of a great product range from SAB. So that's it anyway, an overview of the SAB Titan Micro SE high-definition set-top box.